Specky far eyes, braced face, goggle eyes, big nose. Probably thinking, what is she going on about? This is like a video blog thing, a bit similar to my True Beauty Eats Me West video. Basically, I just wanted to talk to you guys about being comfortable with the way you look. And it's something I personally think you feel more comfortable with the way you look as you get older. When I was younger, oh yeah, this is another thing, I'm wearing glasses in this video, I know. I didn't think I'd ever do this and wear my glasses like I have been doing recently. I normally wear contact lenses that are prescription ones. They're not coloured, they're not circle lenses because they're just hideous in my opinion. They just look fake, fake, fake. And yeah, I'm embracing the far eyes, whatever. Anyway, when I was younger, I never used to wear my glasses, although I did need them to see. I'm short-sighted, by the way. And I struggled, you know, seeing the blackboard at school, the whiteboard or smartboards as I got older with smartboards. And I'd struggle, and I didn't want to wear my glasses because I didn't want to look like a geek, or I didn't want to look uncool. You know, when you're back at school and when you're at school and things, you want to look cool and everything. Not that I looked cool or anything, but I never wore them. And looking back now, I just think that was so silly of me, because all I was doing was straining my eyes and it wasn't helping me in any way whatsoever, because I'd either be squinting at the board like this, like trying to see, or I'd be next to someone, my friend, whoever I sat next to, and be, you know, copying the notes from the board from my friend. And whereas I could have just put my glasses on and been able to see and do it myself. And I think as you get older, you become more comfortable in your skin with who you are, and you learn to realise that, yeah, although unfortunately we are judged on appearances in society initially, it is about your character as a person. At the end of the day, you could be aesthetically the most beautiful, considered the most beautiful person, but you could be a very, personally, your personality could be really dull, or the things you do in life could be not, well, good deeds, I guess. It's all about doing good deeds rather than bad deeds. If you're a person who does good deeds, people would consider you a nice person and tend to warm to people that are nice. But I was just thinking about the other day how when I was younger, one, I didn't wear my glasses and things, and as I got older I started wearing contacts, so all the time I'd wear contacts. I remember when I was back at uni, I used to sleep in my contacts and things, and now I just think that's terrible. It's really not good for your eyes at all. But I'd literally just sleep in my contacts. And I used to also do this, I don't have any pictures. When I was at uni, I used to, like in the day, if I wasn't at uni or whatever, if I felt a spot coming, I'd have white spots all over my face because I'd put my Garnier face mask dotted all over my face. I remember a flatmate, well, the guy who used to live above us, once saw me and he was like, what's all that on your face? I was like, yeah, just trying to prevent spots. And thinking now, I'm just thinking that was so pathetic and shallow, because even if now I'm a person, if I do get a spot, it's no big deal. I just think it's a spot, it's no big deal, and I don't try too hard to conceal them, because I just think if you can see it, like, yeah, I'm not flawless, I'm not, you know, and it'll be gone in a few days or a week or two, however long it wants to stay on my face and make its home on my face. But I used to, like, not wear my glasses, as I've said. I used to also be really conscious of my nose, right? I know I haven't got the smallest of noses, I'm fully aware of that, but I really used to hate my nose, and I used to always think, oh, when I grow older, I'm going to have a nose job. I'm going to have a nose job. And as I've grown older, I don't want a nose job. I personally don't agree with surgery that is elective, like plastic surgery and stuff. That's just my personal opinion. And like, I've got my nose, it's straight, the bridge of my nose is straight, it's got no bumps or anything, it's just not the smallest of noses. Get my nose off my dad, thanks Dad. And no, actually, thank you Dad. Seriously, my mother has a really small nose and it's very fine. She has a really nice nose. We have a nickname for her though. gonna go mad. Colour Concord nose, kind of take the mick out of her. But I love you, Mum. And I love you, Mum, and I love your nose as well. And yeah, anyway, I used to have this hang up of my nose. I used to dislike it. I used to be like, I've got such a big nose. If I had a small nose, it'd look better, it'd fit my face better. But to be honest, it wouldn't, because this is a nose I've been given, you know, from God, and I embrace it now. I do now anyway. I didn't used to, and I don't know if you see my videos, but I don't contour my nose or anything. I don't see the point in creating an illusion that, yeah, my face is slimmer or smaller than it actually is, when it's really not. Just be natural and embrace like things that you may not have liked before. I think it comes with age. Personally, I think that I'm 23 now, and as I've got older, not that I think, oh wow, I'm pretty or what, I don't, but I'm just saying you learn to accept the way you look, and you learn to just embrace it. And like with my nose, I get it from my dad, so I personally think if I did get plastic surgery, it's kind of like a slap in the face from my dad. It's like, yeah, Dad, don't like your nose. And it's not like that at all. And I personally don't believe in changing what God has given you unless it is for medical reasons. Topic. And I used to have like other little hang-ups. I know it sounds ridiculous. My teeth was one. I can't remember what year I was in. I think year 8, year 9 or something. And I got braces. I was lucky enough that I only had to wear them for like 9 months because my teeth weren't that bad. And I have to wear them for 9 months, and I didn't smile at all, like whatsoever. I used to smile like this. I know I look ridiculous. I never used to show my teeth. I was so self-conscious, and I felt that my lips looked really big, and I felt really uncomfortable because I felt like they were overtaking my face and everything. I really disliked it, but I'm thankful that I did get my braces, and it was only for 9 months, because I'm really pleased with how my teeth are now. And then another thing about my teeth, I used to get the mick taken at me for them being so big. Like, not, it sounds wrong, but for them being quite big. To be honest, I like my teeth, and that's not me being big-headed, that's just me being honest. I like my teeth. I like that they are big, and it's something I've really, over the years, I like. And when I smile, I do, I'm sure I do, yeah, I show my teeth when I smile. I think what I'm trying to say is, I think as girls, even when boys do, I think as well, you all have little things that you dislike about the way you look and things, and especially I think more so when you're younger and you're growing up and you're with your friends and things at school. But as you get older, like when you go to sixth form, or if you attend sixth form, you go to uni, you realise that it's more to just what you look like and how your hair's done or whatever. Yes, unfortunately, like I said, as aforementioned, you are judged on appearance initially, but it's not all about appearance and things. And that's just something I realised, like with me wearing my glasses on camera, it's really strange. And even my brother said to me today, you've been wearing your glasses like a couple of days on the trot. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's just, I know it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but I quite like it, wearing my glasses. It gives my eyes a break as well from wearing my contact lenses, to be honest. But something else I wanted to share with you was, when I was 16, I got my first job. I still stayed on at school, and I did attend sixth form. I wasn't the kind of person to leave school at 16. Anyway, I was still at school, and I got my first job. I was at 17, because I think I was at sixth form. No, I was at sixth form, yeah. So I just finished my GCSEs and things, and I was in sixth form, and I got my first job. I worked in high-end stores in a quite established part of my city centre, and it's quite highbrow. And I enjoyed working there and things. It was really nice, you know, when you've just finished school, to get a job, feel independent, to earn your own money. It's really nice. And I wanted to share something with you. In the kinds of stores I used to work in, when there was a vacancy available, you'd get mainly young girls, and it was mainly always females, never men that applied for the jobs. You'd get young females come in, hand their CV in, and you'd take the CV from them. And whoever took the CV from the applicant would have to write on the CV whether they were attractive or not. And the ones that were considered not attractive, their CV wasn't even looked at, to be honest. It was binned immediately. Now, that is disgusting. I know that. But then it was, we had to do that. We had to judge someone on first impressions, and it was, sometimes you go and you might have greasy hair, you might whatever. And we were judging young girls on what they look like, of whether they could work at the store. Looking back now, that is ridiculous. That person, that individual may be a really good salesperson and just be a really nice, genuinely nice person and contribute to the team as a whole and be a real asset, but you're just judging them on what they look like. And the stores I worked in, I remember in my contract it had written at all times you had to wear at least mascara, at least lipstick or lip gloss, and you had to look presentable. Your hair had to be your hair had to be done. And looking back, I just think that's ridiculous and it's disgusting. I remember once I did go into work and I didn't have like a scrap of makeup on, and my manager made me go downstairs and put on makeup. But you know when you really just don't want to wear any makeup, I was like, no, I don't want to. And she was like, no, you've got to. Because I'm quite comfortable. Oh, I think my cousin's ringing me. I'm quite comfortable not wearing makeup and things. And it was like, really, I just look back and think that was really horrid to judge girls on what they look like, and it's just disgusting in my opinion to like, oh, it's horrid. What I'm trying to say is basically we all have hang-ups and stuff, whether you're a boy, whether you're a girl, and I think with age you kind of learn to embrace the way you are. You just learn to kind of accept the way you are. Like, I've accepted my teeth. Yes, they're big. There's nothing I'm going to do about it. Like why is my nose? I'm happy with it in some senses because it's not got any bends. The bridge is really straight. But obviously it's not the smallest of noses. But just learn to appreciate it. I can breathe out of it. It has its function and it's fulfilling it. So just learning to oh, another thing is, another hang-up I used to have was when I was younger, my mum, like this is in primary school, my mum always used to tie my hair up. I used to dislike it. So I'd get to school and take my ponytail out because I felt like I had really big ears and they stuck out, you know, like Gary Lineker. And so I'd get to school and take it out and just cover my ears, and then at the end of the day I'd tie my hair up and stuff. And I used to be like, Mum, but I hate having my hair up because I've got big ears. And she'd be like, no, you haven't. But they're not the smallest of ears, but it really doesn't bother me. Stuff like, oh, I've got big ears, big nose is not a big thing. If you look in the wider context and things and stuff you go through in life makes you realise that how these things are not important. I think sometimes when tragedy hits your family or a loved one is in pain or something, it just really makes you realise that the things you worry about sometimes that are not important really are not important in the wider context. Something happened in our family earlier this year which really made us appreciate our mum and just realise that there's more to than, oh, I haven't got the right colour hair, or oh, my nose is big, or whatever it may be. It just makes you really appreciate people that you care about in life and just stop focusing on silly little things, to be honest. But let me know if you guys have got any hang-ups and whether you've embraced them. Another thing, the whole like circle lenses and things, this is just my view, I think they look ridiculously scary, the circle lenses. Whether you have small eyes, big eyes, it doesn't matter, just embrace them. I think Japanese women have such beautiful eyes. I just think they're just so cute. And then you see them and they're sticking these circle lenses and it just looks freaky. It looks abnormal. It just does not look, it just doesn't look natural. As you may know, I'm all about the natural look than the fake eyelashes and drawn on eyebrows and stuff. Yeah, what is that look about? Girls draw on these thick eyebrows and then have these fake eyelashes, and it just looks like a tranny. It's like, just embrace your natural beauty. Whether you've got long, short eyelashes, it doesn't matter. I'm all for like fake eyelashes for a special occasion if done in the right way, but every day, not a good look. I don't care, it's not a good look. Another thing, like when you go past cosmetic counters and things and you see like the picture of the model who's advertising a certain product for that particular brand, and people look at them and think, oh, I wish I could look like her, or, you know, aspire to look like the particular model. And I don't do that personally. I can appreciate beauty and say, oh, she's, you know, stunning or whatever, but I don't aspire to be like that, because I'd rather aspire to be a nicer person than look a certain way. At the end of the day, I'd rather do good deeds, and for people to not even know that, to be honest. When you do something good, it's not so you can boast about it to people. It's just you doing it because you want to. It's all about your intention. If you have the right intention, it's a lot better, I think anyway, than, you know, being known for, I don't know, being the best looking, or I don't know, having the best hair, the best skin. I'd rather be known than for helping people and just being a good person and being a good sister, and yeah, although my brother would probably disagree, and a good daughter for my mum and dad. I think there's just more important things. But yeah, just leave any comments you wish in the down bar in the comments section. Let me know if you've got any hang-ups, or you had any, you still have, and have you learned to embrace them with age, or what happened for you? So yeah, I'm a specky, I'm a goofy, I'm a big nose, and I'm quite happy with it. To be honest, I quite like it. This is me, this is how I've been for 23 years, and this is what I'm going to be looking like for a while, I think, anyway. Unless you see me next week and I've had a nose job. I'm joking. But yeah, take care of yourself, ladies. I hope you're all keeping warm, because it's got a bit chilly in the UK, hasn't it? You've got your knitted jumpers out, I know I have. And take care, and eat well, or eat a lot like I do. And just take care of yourselves, and take care. Bye.